Clyburn of South Carolina. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Ed.
You bet. I want to show you the website from the House Ways and Means Committee that is up right now that is keeping track of how many Americans are losing their unemployment benefits. This website continues to track it. It changes and is updated every 8 seconds. The number, it started at 1.3. Now we're over 2 million. The question begs, Congressman, do the Republicans want to do anything about the unemployed in this country?
No, they don't, and that's a real shame. We're talking about hard-working Americans who have find themselves out of jobs and no fault of their own. What we're talking about is trying to keep these people above water until they can find gainful employment. This has a dramatic impact on these families, a negative impact, I might add, on these families, as well as the communities within which they live. This kind of insurgence or stimulus is needed for the families and the communities where they do their shopping. So this is one big problem that the Republicans refuse to deal with.
And Congressman, over on the Senate side, Harry Reid says that he's going to use some savings from the Farm Bill to offset the cost of helping out the long-term unemployed. Is there money to be found there?
Yes. When we did the Farm Bill, one of the things that did not get talked about was the significant reduction in the deficit that comes from passing the Farm Bill. And I wish we could do immigration, because there's another $58 billion to be saved if we were to pass the immigration bill. So all of these bills are not just bills to deal with an apparent problem, but they also have a tremendous positive impact on our economy. And Senator Reid is correct. If he could get that money, we've already passed the Farm Bill, so that money is there, and it could be used to offset whatever the cost would be to unemployment. Though I don't believe you ought to do that. If this is an emergency, you ought to treat it as an emergency and not worry about finding the pay for at this particular juncture.
Congressman, I want to switch subjects on you on health care. The Department of Health Human Services today has told Americans that if they like their health insurance, they can keep it another 2 years. The Affordable Care Act compliance is being changed, is being extended. Doesn't this cut to the spirit of the law and break it down? That's how I see it, is that one of the reasons why we passed health care is to get some standards in the industry, in the insurance industry, to make sure that people didn't have junk insurance. Why this setback for the law?
Well, because 6 months is not time for people to really understand exactly what it is that they have. A lot of people think they like what they have because they've never tried to use it. When they attempt to use it is when they find out that they've got deductibles that they can't afford, they've got co-payments that they cannot reach, and that is a problem. But getting people to understand that sometimes require that they have the experience. And so if we can take time for people to study their policies, get somebody to help them see exactly what it is that they've got, then I think you see a lot of them dropping these policies on their own. These people will not have to worry about canceling the policies. I've seen it. I was in my hometown last Saturday night, and a lady came up to me and told me that she had a deductible that she could not afford. She had a son who had a seizure at the age of 25, and when the Affordable Care Act went into effect as of the first, she could not bring him on her policy because he had because he had already turned 26. Now he's got his own policy and paying, I might add, $15 a month. So
this is constituent motivated. The Democrats are making the move on this because this is what they're hearing back home. It's not for any kind of to dodge it during the midterms.
Absolutely not. Okay. We want people to feel that they are, in fact, in charge of their destiny.
All right.
For them to think that we're taking something away from them is not good.
Congressman James Clyburn, great to have you with us on the Ed Show. Thank you, sir.